Hello, everybody. So this week we sat there, and funnily enough, we talked about something that I was talking with to somebody I know personally, which is internet security. More specifically, we talked about the privacy data policies, the SNS, which I found interesting. I'm not sure if surprising is the right word though, because everything we do is tracked online anyways. The fact that a lot of people don't seem to know this always kind of surprises me more than what was actually under the policies for the privacy data. If you give away information, and anytime you click on something, you are acknowledging the fact that you are willing to give up whatever it is that they are looking for. I mean, Facebook does it all the time. Whenever you go to a third party application, a little window pops up and it says, hey, do you want to give away your profile picture and your name? And usually there's a laundry list of various things that you have to give away. Most people don't even read it. Most people just click yes and want to go to wherever it is that they want to go. So I'm not going to pretend like that surprises me. Of course they have that information. Of course they keep it. Why would they not? You gave it to them for free. I'd keep it too if you gave it to me for free. And this ties into what I was talking about with somebody I know. They put up something that was kind of inflammatory on a social media website. I'm not going to put them on blast too much. And I messaged them and I said, hey, you might want to take stuff like this down. Other people can see this. And sometimes that does not look good. That's not a good idea. They told me, nah, that they don't have to worry about it, that that's fine. They have profiles set to private. They changed their name a little bit. They don't have their profile picture as actually them. It's something else. It's, I mean, it could be anything. It could be a leaf. It could be a tree. It could be a cartoon. It doesn't matter. It's something besides themselves. And they're like, no, I'm safe. And the name that they decided to tweak to is so close to their own name that it's more like a nickname. It's not an actual tweak. It's not like me with my name being Adam. It's not like I changed it to Rick. It's something totally different. It's like, oh, my name's Richard. What do they call you? Rick. So on their Facebook it says like Rick. So it's not that different. That's the profile picture. It's not actually them. But things like that don't necessarily matter. And why I say that is, if a company wants you to give away your information, i.e., they want to be tied to your social media account, they're allowed to ask you. You have your right to say no. That's fine. You can do whatever you want. But I've been to job interviews where they say, hey, we're going to friend you with our official page from Facebook. We want to sit there and do that. And or we want to look through your social media accounts. We want to sit there and we want to gain access to your information. Basically they want you to lower the private setting so that way they can see what you've posted and things like that. And it's frustrating when people tell me, oh no, I'm safe because I have this I'm private wall. And they don't realize that we cross that wall all the time. We do it ourselves. We give away that information. And there are jobs where they say, hey, we want access to this because they want to make sure that you're not saying anything you're not supposed to be talking about. My parents have a job where they are not allowed to take their cell phones into work. They're not allowed. You cannot take your cell phone. If you take your cell phone into work, you will get in trouble. And on top of that, if you go onto social media while at work, you will get in trouble. Big trouble, like suspension trouble. Likewise, even when you're outside of work, you're still not allowed to just talk about work. You're not allowed to do it. They say no, and they check. They check because they asked you when you applied, can we have this information so that way we can look and make sure that everything's copacetic. They're checking, or safe rather. They want to make sure. It doesn't surprise me because we give that information away all the time. And I still use social media because it's a fantastic device. I can talk to somebody on the other side of the world like that in almost instantaneous. But that doesn't mean that I don't have to be safe. The internet has progressed to a point where it's no longer the Wild West where you have this kind of anonymity privacy in a sense. The internet has progressed and social media has progressed to a point where we have to put forward ourself. It is an internet version of you. And if you're not willing to say it in real life and other people actually know who you are, my recommendation is to not say it because it's not a good idea. Everything on the internet is tracked. Everything is kept and everything is recorded.